taking music back.
Welcome to a Canadian Uprising Stairwell session, getting to know Canadian musicians on a set of stairs. How comfortable. This week we found Canadian musician Pat Robitaille at the Cameron House on Queen Street, and we were able to get him alone for a stairwell session. With countless music projects under his belt, it's apparent that this indie singer-songwriter knows what's going on.
Appreciate it. My name's Pat. I play around Toronto all the time. Come back again. I'm Pat. You are you.
The first thing we needed to know was exactly when did he realize he wanted music to take over his life.
The interest for me started pretty young. It was like the grunge era. It was like, Nirvana, all that kind of stuff going on. And my cousins all played in bands. They were just a little bit older than me. And they were all my heroes. I wanted to be them. I wanted to play their guitars, but they never let me touch them. I wanted to play so bad. And I remember watching like Much Music, and watching like bands and their fingers play the chords and stuff. And by the time I finally got my first guitar when I was like 11, I knew a few chords, because I was just so eager to play.
Pat Robitaille's musical journey began when he was just 16 years old. So I asked him what that road has looked like and how it's shaped him.
In high school, I was just making my own records and writing a ton, and it naturally kind of led to me getting a production deal with this guy out in Los Angeles, and that was like an amazing opportunity at that time, and things were sort of heating up, and it just sort of spoke for itself. And before I knew it, I was leaving school to pursue music, and then shortly after that, it was just my life, my income, my everything. It was everything I relied on. So ever since then, I just kind of haven't looked back. I love it. Being out on my own and being a solo artist was great for me, and it's where I cut my teeth and really got my chops up. But at some point you realize that you've got to make music with other people to satisfy yourself and grow musically. Then I played in a band called the Walkervilles that was a total homage to kind of where we grew up, like in Windsor, growing up next to Detroit. We were so close to one another. This band kind of came to me, and we really tapped into it, I feel like, and it was a great release, and it was a musical eye opening up, and I kind of carry that with me now. Now I'm back to making my own music, and it's this sort of fusion of folk, rock, Canadian mute sound with, the southern soul and Motown Detroit influence. So it continues to be shaped, and I always wonder what's
Pat
next.
began making music and succeeding in the industry before the social media boom. But does it affect how he works now?
It was around the time that I was starting to get in the game and getting my name out there and recording all over and doing all that. It was right at the cusp of that change in the internet era. It seems like things happen so quickly now. Like it's here today, gone tomorrow. And where you used to sort of be required to have an album that represented you, now people are just interested in a song that represents you. For artists that are independent, it's never been easier to get your name out there. Before you used to have to record a whole record and figure all that out, which is it's a lot of work, for something that might not work out. But instead bands are kind of approaching it with just a song at a time, or a project at a time.
Asked about inspiration when it comes to songwriting, Pat told us how cool it is that as a songwriter, he can make a song sound good when it's really about something terrifying. How a song about Canada's beautiful landscape and its nighttime dangers can resemble a love song.
I'm loving the creative process right now. Inspiration can come from anything. I find inspiration just cruising around Toronto though, like going out for a run or like a bike ride or walking around, just being out. A night like tonight, There's just so many people and sounds. Like right now, I hear there's so much music.
After seeing him play live and chatting him up in the stairwell, we needed to know what Pat is working on now and what we can expect for the future.
I'm just getting back into writing and making music, so I'm putting a band together, and I'm working with a bunch of different producers, a bunch of different people, creating music music and creating like a full band kind of sound. But as I'm sort of working on that, I just wanted something to sort of like bridge the gap, you know. And the music that I put out earlier this month is just me. It's just me and a guitar singing songs. And I'm gonna put out a few more songs like that, just to keep it really simple right now, and just to focus on the songs. As I work on a whole bunch of other stuff, those songs I put out, there's 2 of them, and then a few more that I'll release in the next few weeks are just kind of stripped down. They're naked. Naked. They just got out of the shower. Putting this band together is going to lead me to do a whole lot of shows with that, and we got a big hometown show coming up back in Windsor for the holidays, and I'm on the road a lot in December doing a whole bunch of solo stuff. And then coming into the spring and summer, that's when the band will really be out doing a lot more. But that's kind of the game plan right now. And I'm out playing solo all the time, mostly around Ontario. Getting down to Nashville this year, getting down to New York this year too, which should be really cool. And yeah, just fighting the good fight.
This has been a Stairwell session.
This has been Canadian Uprising, giving Canadian artists a chance to rise up.
I had $1 for every time I heard that one. Shoot! Growing up, I got to open for the Beach Boys. I got to hang out with like John Stamos back there, like all these. I also had this one night where I was sitting in and playing bongos for the Sam Roberts band when they were playing in Detroit, and so I'm playing bongos and like looking over the side, and I was like, holy shit, that's Kid Rock. I've never been one to chase like, oh, what's hot right now, you know? Maybe that's why I haven't been successful.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that.
Hello, Pet Robitaille.
Can you
How
see
are
me
you
all right?
doing? I can.
I am doing fabulous.
Yes.
I'm so excited that you asked.
Awesome.
96.9 FM, humbleradio.ca.